Hello and welcome to this training module. It's Manu here, and I'm gonna be talking about today of the importance of phone calls, voicemails, text, especially on orders that are out of stock right now. But the first thing that you should do when you get an item that is out of stock is obviously try to resource it with other suppliers. But sometimes happens that it's not there, it's not online. You can't find it anywhere. No other supplier have got it in stock. If they got that item on sales, is in back order everywhere. So you are only left with the option to let the customer know that that item is out of stock. So before you go ahead and cancel it yourself, which will affect your metrics, you can contact the customer, letting them know that currently the item you've ordered is on back order. However, if you would prefer an immediate refund, send us a cancellation request, and you would put there the step by step on how to send the cancellation request through you. And at that point, you should receive a message with the subject order cancellation request. So at that point, you could cancel the order as buyer cancelled, and it wouldn't affect your metrics. However, that is on a dream scenario. Sometimes you send messages to customers and they don't answer to your messages. So what you could do is ringing them. However, there is a new policy that came out from Amazon, which basically put the ringing customer under the prohibited seller activities and action. So in every order right now, you can see that there is this warning for customer phone number privacy. And if you click under the prohibited seller activities and actions, and you scroll a little down, it will talk about the proper and improper use of the phone numbers. Here it is. So appropriate treatment of customer phone numbers. So what Amazon advises you to use on their policy is to use the phone number to print on labels to comply with the carrier requirements, dispose of any customer phone number data that will retain you after you process your customer orders, monitor who in your organization has access to customer phone numbers. Protecting this data is your responsibility. The improper treatment of customer phone numbers are to never contact a customer using their phone number. To contact a customer about their order, only use the buyer seller messages. Never share customer phone number information with an external party, which never really happens. And never pass along customer information of any kind, including phone numbers, outside of buyer seller messaging. So Amazon policy is clear to not use the phone numbers to contact customers. You should only contact customers through the messages on Amazon. However, sometimes they don't answer to the messages. Sometimes these messages go on a spam folder. This happened to me so many times that I did ring the customer, and the customer said, "I've never received any messages from you." And the reason was because our messages were going into their spam or junk folder. So it's for this reason that, at my own risk in my business, I still ring customers, not just for shipping confirmations. Let's say that you are using a freight forwarder for big items. You have to arrange delivery for this item with the customer. And if they are not answering their messages, the only way that you can contact them is through their phone number. Uh, but what we are trying to do now is being very cautious about ringing customers. And the first thing that we say is, I hope you don't mind me calling you. So try to make sure that you are avoiding the customer from leaving a complaint to Amazon for you ringing them, because the customers now could be using the policy from Amazon against us sellers. So again, I use this at my own risk. Sometimes I do ring them, but your first step should always be contacting them by message. And by message, I mean by emailing them through the proper channel on Amazon messages. Uh, But again, when they're not answering our messages through here, especially when an item is going to be late in the next day or so, you can you will have to ring them. In my eyes, I think you've got to try and ring them. And if you are polite and nice with them, I don't think that should cause you any problem. I think Amazon had to put a policy there because probably some sellers are bombarding customers with phone calls. So again, when an item is out of stock, if they don't answer the message, we try and ring them. That is after we have sent our first couple of messages advising that the item is still in back order. But if you would like to, um, get a full refund immediately, you can send us a cancellation request and we will action it right away. Sometimes though, after you ring them as well, they don't answer the phone. So the next stage of that is leaving them either a text or a voicemail. So with the tools that we use Ring Central or Skype. You can either leave a voicemail with both of them, but with Skype you can actually leave a message after you rung a customer. It will give you the opportunity to send a message. So messages are usually the most powerful tool because everybody's looking at their phones and you usually see a message, hi, I'm calling you from such store, reference this order number. We sent you some emails and we try to call you, but you're not answering. But we failed. Actually, you're not answering is not really good. You would say we've been failing to reach you or something like that. So most of the times after the text message, we do receive the cancellation request. However, for out of stock, I highly advise you to put your inventory team to continuously check for the item if it's come back in stock. Another way you can do that is by simply setting Ecom to give you stock notifications. So if you log into Ecom and you go into the administration area and you click on the account settings, you will have this drop down menu where you can click under stock notifications, add your email address where you would like to receive the stock notification emails, and I've set it up as 12 hours, but I think I want it a little bit more often than that. So I'm gonna save changes to around every 4 hours. I want a notification if anything has come back in stock. And so basically this is everything that I wanted to talk to you about in this video. So again, phone calls, text, messaging, voicemails, use them at your own risk. Again, have a look at your orders and you can find, especially right now, I don't think it's going to stay here forever, but right now you can see that there is the prohibited seller activities and action, and try not to be ringing customers too much. But there are cases that I've just mentioned where I think you cannot avoid contacting them, and this is when you're not getting any response through emails. At that point, we do give them a ring. And ringing and texting is a very, very effective way to get the customer attention. And sometimes you get a good customer and you create a good relationship with them, and they will go back to you because they felt appreciated. So I don't want to go. I'm an Amazon seller, so I will never go against any Amazon policies. But I do see the use of ringing customers a great way to provide excellent customer services if you do it appropriately. So this is at your own risk. I do ring them, but again, I'm not recommending anybody to do so as with what Amazon is telling us to do. However, again, I think it's great customer services to give them a call sometimes to let them know if something is wrong or anything, and avoid us, putting a cancellation through by ourselves and affecting our metrics when we can get the customer to send us a cancellation request if they do not want to wait. If they don't want to wait, you don't want to put a cancellation, just let the order run late. It's classed as a minor issue being late, and hopefully after the 4 days lead time, 5 days lead times, or whatever you got your Amazon order, your Amazon listing set us, after that time frame, maybe the item comes back in stock and you just got penalized for the late shipments, but the customer still get their item. But if you are in a situation where you can afford late shipments, then you see what your cancellation rate is at that moment. If it's below 2.5%, you might can cancel that order. But I will go through all the metrics in another video. In this one, I just wanted to clarify that the phone number is there if you need it, but use it at your own risk. Don't go against Amazon prohibited activities. But if you're polite and nice, you might make a good relationship with the customer that feels like taken care of, and it will get back to you. So I hope this helped. And if you got any questions, as usual, just give me a shout. Okay? Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.